I rode a lot of submarines in my career. When I bring a system on board that submarine, I want to make sure that it works. And in order to make sure it works, we have to test it, and we have to test it thoroughly.
You're counting on the systems that you have on board the submarine to work when you need them to work. There's not time to troubleshoot, there's not time to fix systems, there's not time to solve problems. It either works or it doesn't work. The warfighter needs those things to work the first time, every time, and they need to work right. Because there's no redo.
When we launch a weapon, we want to make sure that weapon goes out and it's going to hit and kill the target. So, I mean, success rates matter. It has to work the first time.
The only way that we'll ever know that the systems that we design and develop work are to test them.
Whether that system is a sensor or a platform, ultimately what we're trying to do is improve it and make it so that it'll be extremely robust and reliable when we do hand it off to the warfighter.
T&E can cover anything from, little, component level testing to full up units to an entire ship being tested.
T&E tests can be done in a laboratory on a bench. They can be conducted in one of our labs, for instance, in the combat system lab on a range, and also in an open sea environment.
It is very important to test in different environments. That's why we don't just do Navy testing here in Narragansett Bay, is to make sure that we have places that we can test in that represent the threat environment.
But the ocean is incredibly dynamic. We really do need to understand that ocean environment for the specific places that we are operating.
Busy environments, shallow environments, hot water, cold water. Critical that no matter where the submariner has to go, or our fleet has to go, or the warfighter has to go to fight the fight, their equipment will operate in any of those environments.
Our test ranges are all over the world so that we can get a variety of data in a way that we can understand how the systems that we develop here and test here are going to perform in a threat environment.
But NUWC Division Newport does a lot more than the final testing at sea. They're involved from the very beginning of development and acquisition of capabilities that are going to eventually be delivered to the fleet. So we see things from the very beginning to the very end.
Even when you're doing some small little things as a new engineer, if you start writing a requirements document, you're doing T&E. You're starting the first line of T&E. You're writing a specification.
What really builds credibility in our T&E community is when our scientists and engineers ride submarines with the systems that are being tested. And you get on board that submarine and you see how they use the system and what works good and what doesn't. That's T&E.
The T&E community, we at NUWC Division Newport, ranges like Atlantic Undersea Test and Evaluation Center, are always in concert with our customers to know what they're thinking, what they're bringing, what's their event horizon look like, what are they thinking about in 1 year, 5 years, 10 years, and how do we need to prepare to make sure that we're ready to receive, test, and deliver the capabilities that our program offices are developing today.
In the future, I do believe we'll be doing a lot more modeling and simulation. I see us having digital test ranges combined with live test ranges.
Physical testing in the operational environment is always going to be the gold standard. However, integrating simulation along with physical testing is going to allow us to be able to provide necessary capability to the fleet quicker.
In my opinion, I believe test and evaluation is really the check on technical excellence and how well technical excellence was executed. I sleep well at night because I know I have the confidence that we're doing the best we can to make sure that ships deploy, when they leave our sites, they leave our ranges, that they're ready for combat.